What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to another review video on the channel. My name is Brandon, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a bit of an overview, a bit of a little demo here of a platform called Passiv. And this is their website. I will link it down below if you want to follow along or check it out after. Notice it's spelled without the E, so getpassiv.com. But we're going to be actually logging in. I'm going to be kind of showing you the dashboard and actually placing a trade to really show the application of this tool. This is a tool I think could be very useful to some of our viewers, because what does fly under the radar often is that Passiv is actually an official partner with Questrade. And here in Canada, we know how popular Questrade is. It's one of the most popular brokers out there. As we'll see, they do have some exposure to US brokers as well, but you can feel free. I will link this down below if you want to learn a little bit more about Passiv. It's essentially a tool that helps you rebalance, kind of put your asset allocation rebalancing on autopilot. And I mean, really, the best way to show this is to dive in. So we'll go ahead and log in. I will just say that, as always, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a thumbs up. That's a great way of supporting things. You can easily drop your email down here and get free access to the program. It is a free platform. They do have an elite service or subscription, which we'll talk about in a second, but let's dive on in to the platform. And as you can see, we are directly here in the account. This is the Passiv dashboard. Notice this is like a third-party tool, all right? It's independent of Questrade. I've already got the account linked up. You can see a Questrade account linked up, as well as Alpaca, like I mentioned. This is one of the US brokers. From speaking with the support team, they do have plans to include some big US and Canadian brokers over the coming months, interactive brokers, etc., etc. But what I'll do is actually click on into this Questrade account. And this could very likely be, you could picture this being your account. This is the dashboard that we're looking at. Now, I'm going to go ahead and reset things just so that it looks, just so as if this was your first time logging in. But let's go ahead and hit reset there. And this is what it will look like when you first log into your account. This accuracy tab is going to make a whole bunch more sense in just a second. It gives you some details on your cash and then the total value of your portfolio. Now, what's super cool about this is because it's a platform that works hand in hand with Questrade, you can actually import your current portfolio as is, as of all the holdings, all the weightings. You can go in and build it manually, but really the power of this is to just hit this import button. And because I've already got this stuff linked up, immediately what it's going to do is it's going to transfer in your holdings as of today, as of the market value. As you can see, the total portfolio here, you've got the different holdings represented in the different weightings. And this is where it starts to get really, really powerful, because you'll notice you have the target here and then the actual weighting, right? The idea behind Passiv is that you can set target allocations and rebalance your portfolio to them with just one click. You don't have to worry about doing all the math and wondering about what shares, this and that. It is a very, very hands-off platform or a tool that you very well may find useful. So how this works, first of all, I'll go up here and say, look, the accuracy, as you can tell, has now bumped up to 100% accuracy, meaning that our portfolio is 100% on target. You notice the targets are set for, hey, I want 13.7% in HMMJ, 8.3 in the iShares All Country ETF, etc., etc. Now we can hit this edit button, and again, this is all free for you guys to use. Now you can go up to here and actually adjust the targets for your desired weighting. So let's say you're somebody that's looking at your overall portfolio and you say, listen, I would ideally like to have a 20% weighting into HMMJ. Let's assume that's just what you said. Well, now take a look. This little blue bar, aka your target, this has been bumped up to 20% of the portfolio. You'll notice the actual weighting is about 13.6%, and you will notice the cash, in order to hit your targets, it would be depleted a little bit. Let's go ahead and adjust another weighting. Let's assume you think the next number of months are going to be volatile. There's some uncertainty in the markets, and you want to bump up your bond weighting. Let's assume you're aiming for a 40% target in bonds, right? Very practical thing to do is, listen, I want 40% in bonds. Well, we can go ahead and click save and just give it a second to load up. And what this does is it basically strips out the need for having an Excel spreadsheet, tracking all this stuff yourself, and it displays what trades you need to make to get your portfolio on balance. And as you can see now, the accuracy has dipped down because our portfolio is not perfectly balanced to our targets. You'll notice we need to bump up the bonds, we need to bump up HMMJ, and we need to deplete some cash. This right here tells us exactly what to do. Now, like I said, this is all free, and I'd actually encourage you guys, go check it out because it's just a super useful platform, especially you can imagine when you have a bunch of holdings or if you got a really strategic asset allocation that you want to follow, this does it for you. What you can do is you can take these details, which is telling you in order to get on balance, I need to buy 2 units of VAB at $25 a piece and 5 units of HMMJ. You can hop over to your Questrade account and do that. Or like I said, this is already linked to your Questrade account. And I'm working here on an elite subscription, which we'll talk about pricing at the end of this video when I just do an overall pros and cons and overview of things. But you can go ahead and click prepare orders and you'll see it kind of loads up for a second. If you like the orders that you're looking at here, it gives you the summaries of the commissions that you'll be paying. As you know, with ETF purchases, or maybe you don't know, but with Questrade, there's no commissions for ETF purchases, so you're paying here 2 cents in transaction fees. It gives you some details on cash. There's no foreign transaction fees. And if you wanted to rebalance your portfolio, it's as simple as clicking confirm, and it would actually go through and get placed for you. Now, I am going to show you that actually in just a second, but I will just hop back to the dashboard and really just show you the idea behind Passiv is that you can link up your numerous accounts, your TFSA, your RRSP, and preset these targets. And if you are off balance because you've added new cash, because some investments have changed, you can also click this allocate button. You've noticed here that it is suggesting, hey, we are off target. We have an 80% accuracy to our targets. So let's go ahead and click allocate. Right on the dashboard, on the homepage, again, it's telling us what trades we need to make. So this is just another way of placing the trades and doing it through the dashboard. Like I said, we're going to actually be going ahead and doing this for the likes of this video and getting our portfolio on balance. So again, through this platform, through this tool, no need to even log into Questrade. If everything looks good with the trades that you want to place to get yourself back on target, you're going to hit confirm. And as you can see, it just says placing orders. Order results, we have a buy order of 2 units executed, and we bought 5 units of HMMJ. You hit OK, and just like that, our Questrade portfolio is back on target. All doing so without having to even log into Questrade. So like I said, it's actually a really cool tool that I wanted to share with you guys. It is one that flies under the radar, and really all in all, it kind of strips out the need for doing the math yourself, which many people rely on a spreadsheet. They do a calculation thinking, how many do I have to buy? How many do I have to sell? It basically spits that out for you. Hence the name Passiv. It's kind of in the background, really just doing its thing for you. And what you can do is you can actually go into the settings tab here. You'll notice that you can actually toggle on and off a couple features. So Passiv is set automatically as a default to just work on deploying the cash in your portfolio. In other words, if you have a pack coming in, if you have money that comes in every month, or you add a lump sum, the ideal case is that you don't have to worry about selling your investments. You just allocate that cash and deploy that cash on a monthly basis, or whenever you decide to buy it. The default is that it is a buy-only platform. Now you can go here and toggle on selling to rebalance. Now, not to confuse you guys, but if we were to go back and adjust some of our holdings, now what it will tell us is, let's assume we want to change this. Let's assume we want our bond weighting up at 60% and we want HMMJ down at 10%. Well, now what that's going to happen is that when we hit save, the suggestions that it will give us actually involve selling. So the last 2 were just buys, in other words, deploying cash. Now what this is showing us is the sell. So that is an option that you can easily toggle on and off. You also have the ability to, let's say, exclude investments from your overall weighting. So let's assume you kind of want to look at your 3 ETFs and say, hey, these are my good core investments, and Hexo and Afria, you know what? These were kind of side bets. So I don't want to include them in my overall balance. You can tick off this exclude button, and now when the portfolio goes to wait, or when it tells you what to rebalance, it'll basically be excluding these two. So quite simple, but actually a lot of functionality. And I'm just going to go ahead and click cancel for that. That was just more or less to show you the different features. You can go into the settings, and really the last thing that I would show you here is notifications as well. So they do have a cash notification, which is set for on, meaning that whenever you get money, like a pack coming into your portfolio, maybe whenever you get dividends flowing in and you have some cash ready to deploy, you're going to get an email notification saying, hey, maybe it's time to rebalance. Drift notifications as well. In other words, if your portfolio sways X amount off of your set targets, you can obviously go in and change that. But yeah, that's really the gist of how the platform works. And like I said, I was actually quite impressed with it. It's a tool that I find can be very helpful for people that are, they're kind of looking for that passive approach. I guess what Passive has actually gone ahead, I'm just going to log out and actually go back over here to the main menu. What Passive has kind of been known for is almost like a do-it-yourself robo-advisor, which kind of doesn't make sense, but it kind of does. Instead of paying Wealth Simple, the 50 basis point management fee or whatever they charge to simply rebalance your portfolio and do this for you, you can essentially use a platform like Passive and do it yourself. If you know the allocations you want, if you know what weightings you want in your portfolio, you can go in and predetermine those, preset those, and then just either go place the trade yourself or do the one-click option, which again is part of their elite service. And this kind of leads into the pricing plans, because I'm sure everyone's curious by now, well, is there a cost to using this? You can sign up for Passive for completely free. With the free service, you can go and set your allocations, set those targets, and still generate the exact same trades that need to be placed. So what I was showing you there, where it suggests the trades that you need to make, you can get all of that for free, but then you need to go into Questrade and place the trades yourself. So it almost acts as your own little spreadsheet, your own little calculator there. Now, the elite membership, as you can see some of the features, the one-click trades, that was what we just did, where you can log onto your dashboard. It essentially tells you what needs to be done, and you can do it all through Passive. So that's really, to me, the main benefit of this. It is very reasonably priced. I mean, $99 per year. You'll notice that Questrade does have, if you are a Questrade user, you do get a bit of a discount there. You get a bit of a break, $79 per year. I guess you could look at that essentially as covering the fees of a robo-advisor if you are using one. That, to me, is really the way that this platform should be looked at. It's just a way of keeping things, like they said, on autopilot. Again, I will link this down below if you want to go check it out. It's free to use, so at a minimum, go try it, see what you think, and if you don't like it, then just stop using the platform, just cancel. But I'll give you some time to go look over this website yourself. I don't want to bore you guys. I just wanted to share this with you as a pretty cool tool, a pretty cool add-on for our Questrade users. And like I said, I believe they are coming out with some other platforms in the future. You'd have to talk to their support team on that. But I'd love to hear your opinions on this platform, whether you're someone that's used it before, whether you think that it's interesting, a tool that you may use. Leave a comment down below. And like I said, if you did enjoy the video, feel free to give this one a thumbs up. That really does help support the channel. If you are new here and you like these platform reviews, we do them all the time for different brokerages, in particular with Canada. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. We post a video every week. We also offer a training course. You can learn more about our investing academy if you are a beginner to the stock market. That'll be that first link down in the description below. But as always, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.